you were talking about power and emotions and other factors that drive family dynamics that are very different from families who go out every day in order to earn the weekly envelope. So talk about that you've seen.
Look, first of all families, all individuals are human beings, and they experience the same range of issues. We all have emotions, we all have desires, we're all fallible as individuals. But I think it's when you put the wealthy family or client into perspective and you're looking at them, they operate in a way that is a little bit different from families that are not super wealthy. Example, most families will be very, very careful to try and not reveal their inner issues, play it very close to the vest. When you have a lot of dissension inside a family and you let that spill out, it's pretty public. Here's my observation of the 3 or 4 things that are probably very apparent for ultra wealthy families that may or may not be seen by a firm or a consultant or an advisor trying to seek their capital for investment. Number 1, emotions are quite often bottled up, and emotions are probably one of the biggest issues that you see within very wealthy families. And I'll come back to that in a moment, but let's just park that as something that's worth exploring and why. Secondly, the perspective of risk and reward is different between different family members. And it plays, by the way, into emotion. So for example, you may not realize it, that you're dealing with a patriarch or a matriarch, and there are second generation adult children involved, multiple ones, maybe even third generations. They may be playing a role in the family office or certainly the family business. Just think about the patriarch who now gets approached to make an investment. He may feel that he wants to give the impression that he's got the ability to make a decision, and indeed he may. But the reality is he may know that he needs to consult with other members of the family. They may have different perspectives on risk and reward. So the patriarch or matriarch, I've often found, who are that sort of big risk taker, built the family business. The second generations are quite often have a different perspective on how much they want to take as risk. They may view this approach to invest in an opportunity differently. And it creates all these tensions. I've seen it within the family office. You may not see it as an advisor. And then thirdly, if you're ever approaching somebody and there's a family business involved, there are bound to be a lot of other issues under the surface that you need to dig into. And that's why if you are trying to build a relationship with a wealthy family or a wealthy individual, you need to understand how they approach their decision-making, because they're focused on having to deal with emotions, maybe their own or other family members, different risk-reward stresses within the family, the impact to the family business and how they've set up their children within the family business for success, how they govern the family. And just those 4 issues alone can make a decision-making process quite turbulent and cause delay or answers that may surprise or be totally misaligned with how somebody's approaching the family to invest in a project.